What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes and welcome to episode number 56 of my Path to Power. We're finishing off our French League 1 team. We got Lavezzi for 17,500 coins, set as a left wing. I saw him selling as a left mid for 23,000 coins, so I'm pretty sure I can pick up a left wing to left mid card, and he'll be in good shape, though I forget to do it before we go on into the matches. But we're going to go through a little bit more, and I literally just tweeted out, I said the first two matches with my French League 1 team were an absolute mess, and all the responses I got back were so negative, saying, oh yeah, that league's terrible, or I don't know why you'd ever pick that league, nobody in there is any good, blah 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 blah. But we eventually end up buying Sako, and we end up buying Mbiwa for higher buy nows than I really wanted to. I wanted to pick up both of them for less than 1,000 coins, but because they're probably two of the best center back options other than Thiago Silva in the French League 1, their prices have driven up. Now, this is something I'm going to just talk about really quickly. And player prices fluctuation, and what's kind of going on now is people are starting to get some more coins, and they're now being able to go up a tier in players. And when that happens, the higher the rated the player is, or the more desirable the higher rated player is, his price is probably going to increase a little bit because more people now have coins to go after that player, which is increasing his demand, while his supply isn't really going to go up as much because because he's got such a low card weight in packs. Now, the lower rated players are not going to be wanted or not going to be used as more, so their price is probably going to start going down a little bit. We saw this with my BPL team. When I've been selling them on, they've been selling for a little bit less, and that's because I didn't go for the absolute top player. Well, the top players in their positions sold instantly for higher prices, or at least the same price as what they were before. That's your Yaya Toure, your Eden Hazard. I can't remember who the other ones were, or Balotelli. And that's because they're all the better players at their position. And so that's what's kind of happened. The French League 1, Sako and Mbiwa are kind of higher for non-rares just because the absolute class player that everybody deems to be the best center back is going to be Thiago Silva in that league. And obviously you can figure out a way to work Kabul into the side as well. But we get started, and it's Lisandro Lopez. We talked about him yesterday as I compared him with the player, and the player that I compared him with was Mario Balotelli, and their stats are very, very similar. The differing thing, obviously, is the medium work rate, or medium-low work rate on Balotelli and the high work rate on Lopez. But other than that, they look to be very, very similar players, which is interesting. It's just something to take into consideration. And I figured I'd show you guys the whole thing because somehow this felt like a mess, but it was a good mess. You know, sometimes I was playing a little bit differently than what felt to be normal, but something was working for me, and it was like, wow, you know, I'm a little bit out of it this morning. I feel like a mess, but I'm playing my matches, and you know what? This is going pretty darn well, and we end up winning it back just again here, 11th minute, and we're instantly on the break, and this is ridiculous from Lopez. That's a terrible touch, but somehow he bullies by Pepe and finishes it clinically. When I saw that, I would have been absolutely, what a mess that the defender made of it. What a mess I made of the touch, and it worked out. And that is going to be an instant rage quit from him, and we're going to take that, no questions about it. 11th or 12th minute rage quit, 3-goal hat trick for Lisandro on his debut. Somebody give me some of that dirty talk, and we are well on our way moving forward into the second round of the cup. I always like going into a cup every so often. It just shakes things up a little bit. It's fun. Obviously, I still need to win that Reserves Cup, but I like going into the Gold Cup just to kind of test out a team because you never know what kind of opponents you're going to come up against. And then this is just a wonderful little touch from Tevez right there, and you guys are going to say, Japes, you went out and got Tevez. It's not really a League 1 team, and yeah, that's true. But I decided I didn't really want to pay over 1,000 coins for Aubameyang, and I kind of wanted to try Mr. Tevez out, as I've used Aguero on my main account quite frequently, and I figured, hey, it's only fair to give Tevez a shot. And I'm not sure what Tevez's work rates are, but I'm pretty sure that they could be high as well, which makes for an interesting top pairing. And I know we're flying through some of this stuff right here, but we're eventually going to slow it down as we'll get possession back and go on our next attack moving forward. It was just kind of one of those things where I was having a good day playing FIFA with this team, and this is just wonderful work from Tevez. And dribbling in general, guys, is really about being creative, as it would be in real football. He doesn't expect me to go right back instantly after a turn, and Tevez just strikes it off the post and in. 16th minute to give us that 2-0 lead. when you watch the best skillers, it's because they do a skill. There's certain skills that look predictable. Hey, now people are used to people running up the line and either doing a fake Ramon of the 5-star skiller, doing a McGeady spin, doing a Berba spin to try to get inside, and so they sit on it and watch it. One of the moves going up the line that I found most effective is you do the fake shot stop, which is just XA or square X if you're on PS3, and without holding the left stick, and your player just stops, puts his foot on top of the ball, and then instantly going back running the same direction that you were going before. And this is Lissandro, just a little burst past the keeper. To do that, you just flick the right stick in a direction. Generally, I would recommend going into open space as the keeper is about to take it from you, and you will knock it by him and get an open net to finish with. And that is 3-0. This guy was done. I ran up the field one more time, I think, and attacked, but to no avail, didn't score on that. And I decided what I'll do when most people put their controllers down is I just hold the ball in the corner and I'm done with it. I don't really want to play a game. I have no fun playing against nobody there, and the AI is annoying, and all these things considered. Obviously, I could have got a few more points for 2 more goals, but what is the point? What is the purpose of that? And that's where we're going to end 3-0, just as it was. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. If you've missed an episode of Path to Power, make sure you click the link in the playlist link in the description down below. Other than that, your support is always greatly appreciated, so leave a like or thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you like my content. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.